Hey, out here hanging with the boys, man. They're part of the team.
Part of the team, man. Can I tell you, part of the team?
Welcome to Tampa Bay. We buck 'em up when we raise the flag. Fire the cannons and seize the day. The crew's ready.
I'm focused.
What is up, Loose Cannons, Bucs Nation? You guys are watching the Loose Cannons. I'm your boy Sammer, hanging out with my guy Poppy Latte and Stanker, and of course the epic return of Donnie the Iceman Abraham. Welcome back to the Loose Cannons, Donnie. How you doing, man?
Yes, sir. I'm doing good, man. Happy to be back on with you guys, man. I enjoy this all the time.
Listen, we
It's good
won.
to be back. It's good to have you back, Donnie. It's fucking football season.
Victory fucking Tuesday for us. We're still
Bro, what
celebrating.
the fuck is this guy doing, bro? Are you sitting in a recliner or something, Stank? Can you sit up straight for once in your life, bro?
Have
And
some
just be
respect.
centered? Like, have some self-respect and some respect.
How much more erect can I get right now, huh?
I don't know. We won.
This
bro.
better for
I'm
you?
pretty erect.
This
I'm pretty
better?
erect. We won.
This better for you?
You're literally laying back, bro.
Is this
What
better
the
right
hell's
here?
going on? You look like the fat version of Homeboy in Dodgeball.
Is this better? What about is this good for you?
Fucking Chuck. No.
His entire frame is blurry.
Entire thing, bro.
Oh my god.
Hey,
dude.
but we won, baby.
Hey.
We went to Dallas. They showed us how. Hey, we'll show y'all Big D. We showed them Big D.
Hey, Susan in the chat just said big dick energy stank. See, she met me in person.
Big dick.
Don't
energy.
don't listen to these haters over here. She knows what's really up.
No, but hey, real talk though. We showed them Big D because we play
did.
big defense, Donnie. Can you talk
Yeah.
about the defense, bro? Because that was a dominating performance if I've ever seen one. What the
I
hell?
was just about to say, not only just winning the game, totally dominating the game. I mean,
Total.
they pretty much embarrassed Dallas. I mean, it wasn't even a contest, and you know, especially when our offense actually struggled a little bit, but it didn't matter.
In the red zone, we
The-
struggled.
The defense wasn't right in the red zone, yes. But the defense was not going to give up any points to Dallas, no matter what they did. So I mean, as a defensive player, great to see. Great to see.
It was amazing.
Donnie, something I noticed about I'm gonna take these off so I can see. Victory shades, guys. So something I noticed is Jamel Dean and Carlton Davis, after that initial drive, they looked like they knew the play and the route almost every single snap. I mean, I don't remember a time where we've had these guys so focused on just all over the ball. I mean, they were batting balls down. Antoine, we could have had like 3 or 4 picks in that game alone if we were getting out of our own way. We had at one point 3 guys diving for a ball that could have just been picked off by Jamel Dean or by Shaq Barrett. But can you talk about like what are they seeing out there? What's changed? What is happening here? Is it Todd Bowles?
Well, I mean, you just looked at 2 different teams. I mean, one was ready to go. One was prepared. One was excited for the opening of the year. Todd Bowles had them prepared. It's something, you know, you move from a defense coordinator to the head coach, and you actually get more focus, you know, because Todd Bowles, he wants to be successful. So he's going to do everything he can to make sure that his team is successful and that he's a successful head coach. So they were ready to go. They were prepared. Like you said, they almost like they knew what Dallas was going to do. And that's a credit to the players and the coaches for doing a great job of preparation.
Hey, Donnie, what did you think of the Antoine Winfield at nickel project, or I guess
Nickel? What are you talking about? He played nickel. He played deep safety. He played strong safety.
okay.
He played he played everywhere.
I know he played
He was like a
everywhere, but
fucking Joker, bro.
specifically, I mean, that looked great.
Yeah. So his role has expanded even more. I mean, he was already a do-it-all guy. Now he's focused on the safety position and now the nickel position, which I mean, the coaches must have saw something in the offseason that they liked with that to be, you know, to put him there. You know, he's a versatile guy, smart player. So when you have smart players, you can do multiple things with them. And Todd Bowles and his defense love those type of players, love those type of safeties because they're interchangeable. You know, all the safeties that they have can come down and play the slot. You know, so defensively, I mean, during the offseason, they did their homework, they did their study, and they felt that Antoine would be better in the slot. And it so far so good.
Yeah, I mean, right out the box, it's, you know, he's covering CD Lamb for the majority of the snaps. That's a tough ask for anybody, much less a guy who hasn't played much corner in the NFL.
I mean, it's definitely a tough ask, but Todd Bowles' scheme, man, I mean, as long as you do what you're supposed to do, as long as you funnel the guys to where they're supposed to go, push them to your help, push them to the linebackers, you know, stay on top, stay outside. As long as you do those type of things, somebody of Antoine's caliber, he can survive in there.
Donnie, I was going to say, a lot of people thought that game was boring. Now, you coming from when you played,
Kidding me?
was
you
that?
kidding me?
What
Who
you
said
think?
that?
Go look, dude. A lot of people, especially nationally.
I didn't see one. I didn't see one person.
Maybe
say
not
that.
Bucs fans, but nationally, it's considered a boring game. One touchdown, a couple field goals, each side. But to hold a team to 3 points in 2022, where all the rules are basically skewed to allow points, and fantasy football is a big deal. Like, how impressed were you with them? Like, not only just keeping them out of the end zone and off the field, off the scoreboard after that first drive, all the way through the rest of the game. I mean, how impressed were you with seeing that in this time and day?
Well, I mean, greatly impressed. I mean, but that's what you expect out of a Todd Bowles defense. I mean, that you expect them to play like that. And like you said, we're in the day and age now where if you don't score points, it's a bad game. Nobody looks at it could have been great defense, which it was. But they don't see points on the scoreboard, so therefore it's not fun. Like you said, all the rules are set up for offense these days. They want to see, 50 to 48 games and all kind of mess. When a good defensive team comes and shuts another team down, it's considered boring. But that was poetry at work. I mean, it was awesome to see those guys. I mean, the look at Dallas, especially with all their expectations and their owner and talking about Super Bowl, all this stuff, and they couldn't do nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing. They look so bad, and then and so that gets hurt. So I mean, that's just throws shit on top. I mean, it's just bad.
Yep.
What'd you say?
Wait.
Dallas right now. Hey,
You heard it.
Donnie Abraham just cursed on the show.
He did.
His
His cannon just fired.
Finally.
It finally went off.
Holy shit, it's happened.
That was a nice word though. That wasn't one of the big ones. Those are the ones I can use. Those.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's a G-rated curse word, but we'll take it.
We'll take it. We got it.
But a defense performance like that, it brings it out. I'm so excited, with the Bucs defense. I mean, the sky's the limit for those guys. They just got to stay focused and continue to follow Todd Bowles' plan.
Hey, listen, Susan, who was just awesome. Anthony, everybody, Dallas, thank you for coming with us. We'll get to that. It was fucking what an amazing time. Sam with the gabagool, stank.
Gabagool, so good.
Amazing time,
beautiful.
man.
Saturday night was just, oh God, it was amazing. But Susan said I look like a statue. I don't know if she means in real life because I have this chiseled look and this chiseled.
I think that's what she means. Yep.
Absolutely amazing. It's exactly what she means. I'm a sexy motherfucker. But listen, Donnie, we talked about the defense, man. How about our linebackers? Yep. I mean, Shaq Barrett was 7 pressures, tying his career record. He teed off on Dak a couple times. It's this close, but he hit him. And when you hit a quarterback, they start hitting the footsteps. How about 54? How about 45? What do you have? 8 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, dropped the pick 6, but that's okay. You know why? Because he was in position. 2 sacks. You know why it's okay to drop the pick? He was in position to get it, which is more than what, and sometimes at times in games, more than he did last year where he looked kind of lost in coverage. Mm-hmm. My bad. I said it 45. I said it. You balled in the playoffs the year before, but last year you looked a little bit lost in coverage. Last night, the return of playoff 45 is back. He looked great in coverage.
He looked great.
Awesome. Almost had a pick 6, would have blown this game out. But right. I want to talk about specifically, we talked about Antoine. I want to talk about another young guy, JTS. Yes. We know Shaq's going to do what he's going to do. We know 50's going to do what he does. We know Hicks is going to do what he does. But this was a big year for him. It was a big year going into a big year. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I love 90, and I don't mean Logan Hall, the previous. I love him. We all do. JPP. From a leadership, and you need that guy, JPP. You need that guy in the locker room. But I feel like we may have been holding JTS back a little bit last year. He looked really fucking good. You just saw the instant burst off the line. Like it looked different from what it did last year coming off of it. It just
not even just off the line. He was on top of every
sideline to sideline.
He was cleaning up plays. He was doing what
almost had a pick. Did he almost have a pick dropping the coverage?
What Tony Dungy used to preach in Donnie's day, clean up the pile. Everyone there, all hats to the freaking tackle. He was on top of it, and he was making plays. He was running all over the field. I mean, he looked like a madman, dude. Looked like a madman character. It was insane.
You know what else, though, Sammer? And I'm sure Donnie would appreciate this because he played on a defense like this one that's super fucking fast. They even tried running that stupid shit, the double end around, and he almost picked it off, Donnie. Not only did he play with speed, but he played smart and controlled.
It slowed down for him.
Contained him. It was fucking it was beautiful. And he did almost drop an interception, Sammer. He dropped in coverage. Yes. And he almost dropped the pick that he didn't see him. Wow, our defense was insane.
Yeah, they were humming that the other night, man. It was I mean it was great to see. I mean if they keep that up all year, I mean Brady's not gonna have to do much. We just need him in the playoffs,
Mhm.
you know. But if they keep playing like that, because I mean they're playing like the old Tampa Bay Bucs defense in the day. Give us 10 points and we good. You know, I mean they played well.
I'm excited, man. We got a big test this week, but if that's indicative of what is to come, I'm out, man. It's gonna be good.
I was going to ask Donnie.
That was such a good breakdown, Stank. I mean,
yeah.
that was like hard hitting shit. It
You
was
cut
a
me
great,
off.
like analysis.
You cut me off for like a rambling roundabout nothing. I mean, what the fuck? You just don't.
Sammer,
Just don't.
it's like he is a stroke patient. He lost his train of thought midway through. He's like, God, I mean, yeah, we could do that.
No, because I was gonna go
we
into
can do
next
that.
week's game, and I stopped myself because that's not what this show is about. So
I was going to ask Donnie.
check myself.
National media likes to take a game like this and make it about, especially when it's the Cowboys. The Cowboys didn't do this. The Cowboys didn't do that. The Cowboys came out, yada, yada, as opposed to giving, the Buccaneers credit. You are a defensive back. You play in the league. You watch this game. Was it anything that Dallas was doing wrong? Were they falling short? Or was it just the Bucs defense literally implementing their scheme and their pressure upon them and forcing the issue as opposed to having Dallas, trip up like all the national fucking media wants us to believe?
Right. Well, the national media never wants to give defensive credit anyway. It doesn't necessarily have to be the Bucs credit. It's anybody, any team that plays great defense or shuts the offense down is always, okay, what did the offense do? Because nobody believes that you can stop offensive play in this day and age. So they're never going to give the defensive credit. They're always going to be like, okay, the offense didn't do this. You got a number one receiver. Well, he's not really number one receiver with CeeDee Lamb. You got all these excuses, and all this stuff. They would never give defenses these days credit. But it was, I mean, the Bucs just took that game. I mean, they just, Dallas couldn't do anything. Their offense couldn't do anything. They pretty much instilled their will on them. I mean, they just, it was nothing that they can do. It was no way they could have played another 60 minutes and it would have been no different.
It's funny because Dallas came out a little hot. They drove the ball right down the field. They got 3. You thought, hey, maybe this is shades of what happened last year. It's going to be a type of shootout, and
nobody thought
that
but you.
That was all she wrote.
Nobody thought that but you.
That's bullshit. That I heard.
Susan, do you see what the fuck we're talking about? Not one person sitting around me, including Sammer, Anthony, Susan, Gerald, Kelly, Eric, Otero. None of them had little dick energy. None of them on the first drive. Let fucking Bowles cook, bro. Let him do his thing. Let him adjust. And you know what? He adjusted. The only one that was shriveling up, like it was 40 degrees
shriveling
outside,
up,
was fucking Stank. Like, oh my God,
wrong.
It's gonna be like last year.
Wrong answer.
We better be able to score points, boys.
I'm talking about before the game even started. People thought it was going to be a shootout, just like we had last year.
I never thought that.
This is one of the most
swear to God, I never
confident.
thought that.
This is the most
There's no
confident
Amari
games I
Cooper.
walked
We
into,
literally talked about it. They have CeeDee Lamb and they have Dalton Schultz. We shut down the run. That's it. We knew Carlton was going to shut down fucking CeeDee Lamb, and Dalton Schultz isn't exactly a freaking Travis Kelce. He's good, but we knew this was going to happen.
Right. Okay.
Bro, we talked about it with Jake. What are you talking about?
Everything
he literally gave you the game plan. That's exactly how it unfolded.
It all played out the way Jake said. And then on top of that, like, it was one of those games where we talked about it after the game, me and Latte at least. Like, at what point did we feel like this was maybe gonna, like, were you nervous at all? I wasn't nervous. Even if it was 6-3, even if it was 3-3, we're like, Todd Bowles is really, really good at making adjustments when offenses come out hot. It was the first drive, scripted plays. After that, they adjusted. After the first quarter, they adjusted even more, and the ball just stopped moving. It just became a 3-and-out. And then we had that drive that basically all three of us, we looked at each other in the stands. We're like, this is it. This is the drive coming out of the halftime. Defining this game, defining what this team is as a response. Like, we're gonna physically shove the ball down your throat. We're gonna run the ball with, holy shit, Lenny is ridiculous, by the way, unbelievable. And you know what? Keeft, holy shit, they put that boy in there.
Setter.
He ran anytime he ran behind him was 5-6 plus every single time, right. And they ran the ball. They went down the field. They scored a touchdown, and we were like, that drive. It's not an easy thing to do what they did. They shoved it down their throat.
12-play drive, just.
And it was one of those, listen, we're the fucking man now. We're the fucking bully. And that drive was just like goosebumps type of shit because it was like, that was it. After that, you're like, this game is over. We just have to play another quarter and a half just for semantics at this point.
You know what though, Sammer? I got to bring this up because thank LDE again talking about it's not a show about the Saints. You can listen. Any show we do, Stank, we can bring up fuck the Saints. And this week,
I didn't say don't fuck the Saints. I was going to break down our matchup against the Saints next week. But you want to act like you predicted a 3-point game for the Cowboys. Please.
We didn't predict that. I didn't think that they were going to score maybe 10,
not a shootout
points. Yeah.
All right, go back and watch the pregame. Nobody was predicting that type of performance.
I predicted 72 to 10.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. 72
Jake
to 10.
predicted like 13.
We're not talking about Jake. I'm talking about you two.
72
Bro,
to
I
10.
said 34-17 or some shit like that. Our offense didn't show up. 17 points is not a shootout.
Donnie texted me.
That's low scoring in today's NFL.
Donnie texted me 19-3. He fucking nailed it.
He did. He nailed it. Donnie nailed it. Exactly 19-3. I do have to say this though. Because it is fuck the Saints week, and we can get in more into the breakdown. By the way, Stagger, love you, baby. Don't relax. Don't get mad. You look you look red, bro. Relax. Breathe. Listen.
Oh wow. That look good.
Speaking of fuck the Saints, Sammer, Iceman. You know what I'm saying? Stanker. Speaking of those guys over there, it's the type of game that if Jameis was under center, we would have lost. That's the type of game that it was on Sunday. If Jameis was under center, he would have allowed the Cowboys back in the game, would have thrown a pick six or done some stupid shit because that's what he does.
No, I don't think so.
Well, weathered the storm. Yes. We've been there.
The defense was playing so good, it didn't matter who played quarterback that day.
Donnie, we've been there with Jay. He would have thrown a pick six or have a fumble picked up for damn touchdown.
No, because they would have ran the ball 12 times in a row. I mean,
that's that PTSD right there.
Defense was playing great. It was no way they were going to lose that game, no matter who the quarterback was. But my thing is too. Everybody talks about Dallas. Everybody talks about their penalties and how undisciplined they are. Everybody talks about their head coach. But you know who nobody talks about? The guy who called the plays.
Oh, Byron.
No, I'm talking about Dallas.
Okay, yeah.
The guy played on stupid Bluefield. What's his name again? I always forget.
Kellen Moore.
Kellen Moore.
Yeah, play that Boise State.
Everybody's already crowning this guy as the next best head coach in the league. And when they have outings like they had against the Bucs, nobody says anything about it. You know, I mean, I because that was his game plan. He called the plays. You know, but nobody says anything about him. You know, they always talk about the head coach Mike McCarthy, and they always talk about Jerry Jones and this and that, but they always find a way to protect him when he shouldn't be. You know,
of course, that's the way it goes. But Donnie, look how cute. There's some Saints fans in our chat. You guys are always here. Hi.
They're a little ahead schedule. Guys, join us tomorrow and Thursday.
Don't you guys have
Friday.
like your own podcast to be paying attention to?
They don't. They definitely don't.
They don't have internet. That's what it is. They don't have internet. They have dial-up. That's what.
There's no internet in the bayou. Hey, real quick. A little while ago, Steve Munoz dropped a super chat. He said, "Gotta love the young core. Light is drafting and developing. Vea, White, Winfield, Davis, building blocks for the future." And then our boy Peter and Pelagic just dropped another super chat. Said, "Speaking of little dick energy, anyone that openly roots for players on division rivals should have their picture in the dictionary next to the definition of little dick energy." Absolutely. Can we put that on a t-shirt?
Hold on a second.
That entire thing?
We got to double down.
The whole thing.
That entire thing. But we got to double down a little bit here. It's not just a division rival. It's the division rival. Like, you know what I mean? It hits a little different. Like, if Jameis would have gone to Carolina or something like that, you're going to hate him, right? You hate Carolina. Whatever.
No,
if you go to Atlanta, it's like, yeah.
I don't think you have to hate him. You just can't root for him. That's all.
I can't root for him. Yeah.
You just can't root for him. I mean, we
Bro,
like
Saints.
Warwick Dunn. This guy threw Warwick Dunn in my face on my tweet earlier today. Did you hate Warwick Dunn? I didn't hate Warwick Dunn, but I was a fucking.
I never hated
hit
Warwick Dunn.
1,000 yards when he was in Atlanta. I wasn't like, oh yeah, I hope Warwick hits 1,000 again. No.
Yep.
When he came back,
I wasn't tweeting about him 6 times a week either.
Showed him some love when he came back. Then he retired.
Yep.
Like, all right, we're good again, Dunn. Thank you so much. I was gonna go back and ask, kind of rewind this a little bit, bring it back to focus here about the actual game that played, not the game that's coming up. Donnie, we got the party. We got the party with your boy Warren Sapp over the weekend, man.
Yeah, we did.
I saw the pictures. Yeah,
it was unbelievable. I mean, he was a pleasure. It was mind blowing, honestly. I was gonna say,
We got him on a good day.
What were you expecting? Were you expecting anything different?
Hey, you know exactly what we're alluding to, Donnie.
come on, Donnie, playing fucking coy. Don't lie. I know your mom didn't teach you to lie, Donnie.
Hey, you call him QB killer for stay on his good side, bro.
Yeah.
Oh man, he's a good dude, man.
He is a good dude.
He's a definitely a good dude as long as you're on the right side of his temper.
I was gonna say, did you watch the defensive line play in terms of like Vita, Hicks, and even Hall? Did you notice anything stand out to you? They look like they're doing things differently. I saw them running more games and stunts than I've seen kind of, in the years past since BA's been here. But anything you want to say about what that D-line was doing against Dallas?
Well, I wouldn't say nothing that really stood out, but it's just when you look at their play, there's a reason why Dak's thumb is jacked up. And that's because the pocket was pushing back in his face all day, all night. And that's what those guys did. They collapsed the pocket on him. They held stout in there. They couldn't run the ball. So they were vital. The defensive front is vital to any successful defense. And those guys just continue the pound guys and throw the offensive lineman around in front of them and just continue to push that pocket back. If you can do that, you're going to end up, hurting a lot of quarterbacks because the pocket collapsed on them. And and it was multiple times that Dak hit his hand on a helmet or somebody's arm, hand or something coming in, with some pressure and stuff. But those guys are vital to any successful defense. So they're continuing to be monsters up in there.
Yeah, Vita
and they're just getting going. Yeah, I was gonna say that's a fresh look. Hicks is just getting used to this defense. As the season goes on, they start to marinate, man.
Dude, at one point they had Vita on the outside, and they had Hall on the other side, and then they had Hicks in the middle, and you're like, how? And you could see those tackles are about to shit themselves on that Vita side, especially like, what are we gonna do with this big motherfucker? He's gonna fucking. And then you got at any moment White could fly in, and you got Shaq, and you got JTS, who again we talked about him, a monster. I don't see how this doesn't just dominate games from here on out. And again, similar to when you were here, we had that dominant D line where you guys could just have fun back there. And I was gonna say, is that maybe why we're seeing guys like Jamel Dean? Jamel looked amazing. He was making tackles. He was all over the place. Right. Carlton looked great. Everybody in that secondary looked great. And is that possibly because of what they're doing up front? They were just kind of having fun in the back.
Absolutely. That's the key to that's the key to that's the engine to the car. That's the key to crank it. That's everything. Those guys up front. And when you have that much pressure, and it's fun to play in a Todd Bowles system because, like you said, he put guys anywhere. He's not afraid to put those guys anywhere. Like you said, you got the inside tackles and stuff. They out in wide nines and stuff at the end. About to run a stun and coming inside. But don't you think those guys enjoy that? You think Vita don't get tired of standing at the nose and getting double teamed and beat up all the time? Now how fun it is for him to move out. Mm-hmm. Now he get to move out and all he got to face is a tackle. He ain't gonna get double team out there because said, it's going to be bringing some pressure from the faster guys to work on those slower guards and centers and stuff. So Todd Bowles does a great job, but the front. Man, that's the DB's dream right there. When you got a front four and you got a pressure package like they have, it makes it all fun back there. And like you said, it makes the secondary look great. Jamal Dean looked great back there. He's getting better and he's getting more confidence because he's already a big physical corner. Mm-hmm. So if he gets his hands on you, it's over. And so when you have stuff like that going on, it makes it very fun in the secondary because you got the ball has to be out in 3 seconds or not. It's going to be a sack. Quarterback's going to be in his back, so you can be more aggressive. You can cover guys for that amount of time. So yeah, they're having fun now. If they continue to improve, man, it's going to be a pretty good thing to see. You just got to keep doing it every week. You got to stay focused and keep grinding and keep getting better. And hopefully we get back to where we were 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Sammer, can you help out Chakia in the chat? It's the second time they mentioned I went to Penthouse for the watch party and I didn't know there was no promotion. Dude, you're about 5 days early. I mean, I know you're pumped. I know you're pumped up. I want to go there too, but
It starts
there is no promotion. That's an hour before 1 o'clock on Sunday. Titties and wings. I want to see. I'm gonna be there. Just breathe.
Donnie's gonna be there too. Donnie's first person who texted me. Say, hey,
Breathe.
am I able to
King
bring
Wizard-
D's on this
Wait a second. There's also King Wizard.
Donnie's wearing all
I'm gonna be
white.
the designated driver for y'all three.
The DD.
Also, our resident Saints fan, even though there's many of them, King Wizard says, "Are y'all going to break down film on the Cowboys or a real team? Because we had to face a real team in Atlanta. So Atlanta now is a real team.
Yeah, okay.
What? This guy for
Oh
real?
God, y'all are fucking reaching. Y'all are desperate. Seriously,
What?
y'all are
What?
desperate.
I mean, oh, whatever. I don't know about that. Donnie, listen, some trash talk came out after the game between Lenny,
Oh, yes. Please
Von
address
Miller, and what's his name? Number 11. His name escapes me now all of a sudden. Fuck. The defensive end who the edge rusher was killing.
Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons.
Okay, so Lenny, he after Big Boy Donnie goes down, we trot out number 72, who's not a very good left tackle.
Josh Wells.
Yeah, Josh Wells. Bucks leave him out there one-on-one. He gives up a sack. And then a few plays later, 3rd and goal, I believe it was, he gives up another big sack. And then they kind of adjusted, and we were saying they got to chip him. They got to chip him. They got to make that guy angry. So they bring out Lenny. Lenny gives him a chip like I've never fucking seen before. I mean, this guy was unbelievable. It was beautiful. It was picture perfect.
Yeah.
No penalty, nothing illegal. After the game, Micah has a problem with it. Von Miller has a problem with it. They don't think it's fair. You play in the physical fucking era. I'm sure you guys have seen that shit. You had Simeon. You had different edge rushers. What do you think about that play? Should it be removed, or do you think it's all fair, all good? It should be. It's football, like Latte says.
It's football. I mean, it's a legal play. It is a legal play. As a pass rusher, you have to anticipate them chipping you, especially when like you said, they bring the backup in and you are dominating him. What do you expect the offense to do? Just to keep letting you dominate him and get sacks? Mm-hmm. They have to make adjustments. So as a pass edge rusher, you got to anticipate getting chipped, especially when you see Lenny over there, because he tried to kill him. I mean,
he did.
And Donnie, we didn't see him after that. It's like he kept looking around that corner and just got too scared to even pass rush after that. We didn't hear a single word from him.
The best part about that tweet was our boy Tampa Tones going in on Von Miller saying, so it's not okay for them to come and chip you, but it's okay for you to blindside hit a quarterback. It's the perfect comeback. You can't have it both ways.
Ross Tucker.
No, and then Micah Parsons, the irony, because then Tom Brady says something about you shouldn't hit receivers below the knees when they're not expecting it.
Yeah.
And then Micah Parsons retweeted saying, well, what the fuck you want to do? I gotta be able to hit people. No shit, bitch. Right. It's football.
It's a contact sport.
You can't have it both ways, bro. You can't say you can't hit me and blindside me, but what do you mean we can't blindside receivers? Bro, what?
They do it all the time.
What, Micah? What? Are we? You for real?
It's crazy is that a man of his size, a guy like that, he's usually a beast out there. One chip hurt his feelings, and literally he disappeared. We didn't hear from him again. There wasn't a single sack after that.
Well,
but isn't that the point? I've heard Ian Beckles say that if a pass rusher jumps up, punch him in the fucking gut, he won't jump up again. Right. You start chipping pass rushers, they're gonna start coming off the line a little slower. It did exactly. It wasn't like it was a multiple thing where it went over and over. He did it once. Job done, bro. He didn't come around the edge that fierce again for the rest of the game.
He was hearing footsteps.
Exactly. Well, his feelings were hurt because he about got knocked out. Like that's why his feelings was hurt, because Lenny hit him so hard. That's probably the hardest he's ever been hit. And I mean, he tried to, he destroyed him on that. So that's why his feelings hurt, because he got destroyed.
Donnie, you ever been hit like that?
Have I? Well, I've never been hit like that, but I've hit somebody before
like that.
That was a big fella, and I felt the impact from it.
Wow.
So like when Chad Johnson, Ray Lewis, he was like, "Oh God." Oh God.
Like, because I can remember this game we played Washington. It was the Washington Redskins we played at the time. It was right before half, right? So we're in the red zone, cover 2. They threw to a fullback in the flat. So I got to come running about 20 yards away to try to keep this fullback from getting in the end zone. Well, I come up and I stroke him. I throw everything I got into this big old fullback, right? But I stopped him, which was great, but I paid for it. Like it was one of the things. It was crazy too, because it was one of the things where it knocked the wind out of me and I couldn't breathe.
Oh man!
But get this, it was halftime. So what does everybody do at halftime? They run in the locker room.
Gonna run.
All the trainers go. Everybody goes. So I'm out there, can't breathe.
There's no trainers around.
I'm stumbling to try to get into the locker room. Because I can't breathe and catch my breath, and I'm looking at everybody just running away into the locker room. Because you got the doctors and everybody going.
They didn't care back then. There was no concussion protocol back then, Donnie. They didn't care.
Snacks and stuff, and I'm sitting out there, can't breathe at all. So I was like, "Oh my goodness!"
You
I was
remember
like,
that?
Please just let me make it into the locker room.
Do you remember that shit? Like, that's crazy. We grew up watching that era. Donnie played in the era where it was, bro. It was like, I wouldn't. I guess glorified is not the right word, but
they did glorify it. What do you mean they had?
Not the I'm not the glorification, like he got jacked up, not that part, but I'm saying like
this
the
dude
announcers
blacked out
live in the game,
and he got back up. They glorified
the
it.
announcers live in the game be like, oh, he got a zinger. You could tell he's a little off there, but he's
Christian,
a warrior. Go right back out there. Now it's like get the blue pen. He's gone.
Latte, the NFL was releasing, the NFL was releasing these highlight videos of players dying on the field. Like they were absolutely promoting the worst type of violence out there. Different era now. And Donnie, you bring up fullback, and they brought up O'Keefe earlier. Do you think it's time? Do you think it's time the NFL kind of get that shift back to some smash mouth football? Because I don't think teams are necessarily designed to stop that anymore. Defenses are designed to stop these high flying offenses. You see that potentially a shift to going back to some big boy ball?
Tennessee
Well,
did it.
I think it's the trend. I think whoever is hot at the time, because right now I think you see a little bit more big boy football in colleges, where they're in the 13 personnel and, some of them Big Ten teams, how they come out in those big packages and just pound the ball. So I think that's where I think you see a lot of that at. And I think everything is a trend. I mean, once the offense has success doing something, then people or other offenses seem to follow suit. So I do think there's a time and place for that. I do think if you get back to that, it would be dominating for a little bit until defenses kind of adjust back to smash mouth football and stuff. Yep. So I do think is a place for it and a need for it. Because a lot of people don't do it anymore. So you don't practice against that. You don't practice against those things. So it would initially, if someone would do that, it would definitely. I think that's why the Ravens had with Lamar, that +1 in the running game with the quarterback. Yep. I think that's why they're so successful, because they do some of that.
Mm-hmm. I was going to ask. I was going to add actually to the comment that we were talking about with. That's not on my end. We were talking about Parsons. How stupid is it of him that he puts that out there? He also ends up skipping a few TV appearances, I heard, after this. Like, how dumb is it to put it out there that particular, play against him actually bothers him this much in a league that's just going to copycat and he's going to press that fucking red button a million times? Like, have you seen a player ever just kind of give you the cards like that and says, hey, this is what bothers me, here you go? He's going to see this a lot more, is he not?
Oh yeah, he better wear some real protectors, because he's gonna be getting chipped from now on. I mean he's opened up the gates. By posting a lot of that stuff and complaining about it. So guess what? He's gonna get hit every week until he does something about it, or to schematically they do something to move him around or get him out of that circumstance. But yeah, he need to put some real protectors on, because he's gonna get hit.
Donnie,
he's gonna get laid.
Should we be concerned? And again, there's no little dick energy on the show, but just we move the ball exceptionally easy between the 20s, and then when we got in the red zone, we struggled. But we were at the 12, the 8, the 5. We had like 4 or 5 drives in those situations, and we just could not cash in. Or do you think that's a just missing Donovan Smith in the second half, or a little bit of rust because we didn't get to play that much in preseason with Brady, I think we'll be fine. But I'd love to hear your opinion. What do you think happened there? Because we moved it so easy through the 20s.
No, I think we'd be okay. I mean, guys, listen, this is just a big setup for the Gronk zone. You know what I'm saying? That's all this is. Tom is doing this on purpose, man. They moved the ball from 20 to 20. He's doing it on purpose so he can get Gronk back. Because he's going to go to them and be like, hey, look, we're not successful in the red zone, so we need Gronk. And then Gronk will be back week 6 or 7, but no, seriously, it's not a problem, though. Like you said, it's all getting into a rhythm. It's all playing full time. The guys don't play much in the preseason anymore, so a little bit of that. A little bit of mistakes probably in the red zone. I mean, I haven't watched the film or anything, but I guarantee you it was probably some mistakes that happened in there. So it's no concern.
Dallas also has a decent defense. I mean, they're not.
No, they have a really good defense.
They have a very good defense.
I think they just blowed up a couple times too.
I'm not saying for all you fucking people out there too. You don't clip this shit. I don't care about the fucking 11-day off shit, but 12 also, he didn't have a great game. I mean, he missed Julio Jones on that play action rollout.
He
just let him upfield, not to the left. He just kind of threw a rope and overthrew it to the left a little bit. But he leads him upfield. That's a touchdown. He did throw some dimes, but
Julio may have taken that too shallow, so Tom had to follow him as opposed to leading him. I feel like there's a two-way street on that, and we don't know that. Right. It's up to them. We'll never know exactly. And that kind of leads to my question of, Donnie, we didn't get to talk to you in the offseason really. We have Julio Jones now.
Jeez.
Okay. And not the old, not like old slow Tennessee Julio. We got fucking Atlanta Julio. It looks like
number 6 Julio.
Motherfuckers running jet sweeps. Okay.
I saw somebody tweet out today. They were like, Godwin will miss a couple weeks. Next man up is Julio Jones.
Julio Jones is coming off the fucking bench.
Right.
He's the next man up.
It's like, damn it. Jordan's gonna miss a couple weeks. It's cool. We got Wilkins. Come on in, dude. No big deal. So I was gonna say, we got him now. We got Godwin. We got Russell Gage, who I think is gonna do so fucking well in this offense once he's 100% healthy. We've got all these weapons, man. As a defensive back, as a defensive player, how daunting is it to try to stop an offense with this many weapons? Because in that first half, again, between the 20s, it looked like Tom would just stand there and just find whoever had the mismatch, and that was where the ball went. Sometimes it was Mike. Sometimes it was Julio for a fucking ridiculous deep ball. I mean, they were just doing everything. And again, jet fucking sweep with Julio? What? Dude's fucking ridiculously fast, guys. Hey, if you didn't see it on screen, he was fucking fast in person. Holy shit. Go ahead, Donnie.
I mean, we got some good playmakers. I will say one thing though, Chris Godwin, man, I think if it was a better ball, he wouldn't have gotten hurt. I think because he had to adjust to that ball. Do y'all remember that play? The ball was low, and he had to awkwardly turn back.
Yeah.
And then down to catch it. And I think that's when he stretched or tweaked his hamstring. So I think if it was the better ball, if the ball was up by his chest where he can just catch it and turn and run, I think he would be fine, So hopefully he'll be okay. Julio is great. We're not going to see the Julio of back in the day. He does look fresher, but I can tell you this. He doesn't need to take that many licks as he took in this game. And what I mean by that is how hard he was hitting the ground.
Yeah.
Not necessarily licks from players, but because like the one you talk about where Brady didn't quite lead him far enough and he had to reach down and make a hell of a catch.
Lay out for you.
But he hit that ground hard. And it was like 3 or 4 times I remember seeing him hit that turf hard. That hurts him, especially at his age. So I don't think he can, because you can actually see it, because I've been in it.
You're old.
I can tell by their expression.
I get it.
Like when he gets up, he's like, "Damn, that was a great catch," but God, that hurt.
It's concrete.
I can see that in his face because that turf don't give now.
I know. I walked around barefoot on it like 12 hours before the game.
Yeah.
And it's hard. I can confirm.
That turf is hard. So Julio got banged up a little, I think. And I could totally be off the wall. But when I see him hit the ground like that and pound, that hurts, especially a guy of his age.
They all got banged up.
Oh no!
Mike got banged up too.
No, Donnie. There was coming out of half or right before half, it was a question whether Mike, Gage, Godwin, and Julio were going to play at some point. They were all a little banged up. When Julio made that catch right before halftime,
he got
went to the sideline. He was, I don't know if they showed the live telegraph, but in the stadium, he was hurting, bro.
Right.
He was hurting.
He looked like you coming off going into halftime. I think the wind got knocked out of him, honestly. I really think that's what it was.
Yeah.
And,
so he took some unnecessarily licks and from the ground, not actually from players and stuff. But
he's on that TB12 now, Donnie. He's out there. He's doing the pliability treatments.
Yeah, but we saw
hitting concrete, bro. What's going to help is he's going to play on natural grass here in Tampa. That's nice and cushy.
Yeah,
good thing we have a nice game in a beautiful. Oh no, we don't.
When we took that tour, they showed us first of all the field was just cement, and then they showed us the rolled up turf. And
the roll up turf.
Yeah, and she was saying that there isn't a pad; it's already part of the turf. They don't lay down a pad and then the turf on top of it. I'm like, that bitch ain't that thick. These guys are running
like 2 inches
on
thick.
concrete, dude. It was like nothing. Stink. It was about this big, right? You're pretty good with that.
Put his feet on it.
Yeah,
you're pretty good with the sizing. About this big, Stank.
I did. I had my bare feet on the turf. There's a photo.
Can
of me.
you confirm, Stank? It was about this.
That point of reference about yay.
Can you reference?
Well, I mean, I didn't use any kind of measuring devices, but it looked about 2 inches to me.
Yeah,
Donnie, I gotta ask you, bro.
And that turf is fine if you are not moving fast and you just kind of fall over, get knocked down. You're okay, but when you running 20 miles per hour like those guys are running down the field, and you hit that ground, that'll punish you now. That hurts. And
I gotta ask you, bro. Everyone knows on this show the beloved, the man of the people. He's loved throughout Tampa Bay, loved in Texas. I mean, he's a Buccaneer, like 54, man. He's one of the OGs, one of the original guys, one of the ones we saw suffer here. The beloved Mike Evans, one of the most misunderstood receivers in the NFL. Everybody thinks he's just a slow guy that goes up and mosses people. Although he did moss. You did moss Diggs. That was nasty. Can you talk a little bit about Mike Evans? Because he put it on a bit of a clinic of route running. I think it might have been Pless that did a breakdown. I mean, Mike Evans route running, he's just so he's an elite route runner. I mean, as a DB formerly, what kind of trouble can a guy like that present, and what do you think about his performance? Because not only is he big, he's deceptively fast, and he runs routes like a guy that's not his size. He runs routes at an elite level. He's so misunderstood. What were your thoughts?
You just said it. He presents all kind of problems for defensive backs. I mean, he's
long ass arms.
And this is what year? Is this year 8 for him or
9?
9, yeah.
9.
He's on the quest for his 9th consecutive 1,000-yard season. First ballot Hall of Famer, Mike Evans.
Yeah, he's one of the most consistent receivers, in the league the last 9 years. I mean, he's a 1,000-yard receiver every year. He does a lot of things well. Like he has the size, and a lot of people don't look at him as a speed burner from the outside. But when you out there on the field, his strides are so long that makes up for his, I would say, I guess, quick speed.
Just ask Jalen Ramsey. He went right past his ass.
Right, absolutely. So once he gets going, man, he's pretty good. I mean, your only chance of getting him is to try to be physical at the line with him. But then most of the time you lose those battles too because he's big and strong and physical as well.
Yeah, the only way to stop him is to cheat, like the Saints.
Well, No Say just said it.
He brought up the cheater. That made me think of it. Yeah, just commit pass interference, be all over him at all times, and just hope that the refs
put it on the referees.
Hope that the refs don't throw the flag.
Every single play. They're not going to throw it every
what the bitch ass Saints do. I mean, it's what Richard Sherman and Legion of the Movement did. They used to dare the refs to call. You're not going to call it all game. Donnie, you play DB. They're not going to call it all game. Mm-hmm. If I'm going to hold you, call me. Okay, you got me on 1. I'm going to do it again. You're not going to call it all game.
Donnie. And see, you can look at that. I mean, Alabama as well, too. The Alabama DBs were holding last week, and the refs wouldn't call them because they're Alabama. It's like, but
you don't like Alabama?
You force the referees to call them, huh?
You don't like Alabama?
I didn't say I didn't like Alabama. We're talking about DBs holding, so I was just using them as an example.
You guys say that around Sammer because he likes dynasties. Alabama.
I don't hate. I don't like
Alabama.
I like watching. I'm like, dude, this team's gonna dominate for this long. It's fucking impressive. Right. I like that. But Donnie's a DB. I'm pretty sure he's cheating.
I don't dislike Alabama. I just, to me, the big schools like that, the powerhouse like that, they need to go in their own conference. You know, they need to have a mega conference of 20 teams or whatever, and let them go for their championship. Because to me, it should be a Power 5 national champion and a Group of 5 national champion to me. You know, because let those guys go play in these mega.
Why aren't you on
conferences.
that? Why aren't you on the NCAA board of directors and all that shit, dude? What's going on? That's a fucking cool idea. I'd watch 2 championships. Absolutely.
I would too.
2 college football seasons congruently, Donnie.
You're saying
no?
like a JV and a varsity. I mean, because like
necessarily
UCF
JV.
saying they had a championship, like they would have gotten slapped by Alabama. Like, come on,
You have the elite. They go play each other, and then you have, you know, because I do like the idea of 12 teams. I know we jumping off subject here going to college, but
it's okay.
I do like the idea of 12 teams, but it's still going to be an issue because the disparity between team 1 and 12, it's going to be a blowout. I mean, it's going to be a blowout. You do give more opportunities for other universities and stuff, which is good because you love to see the underdog step up and have a chance to win. You know, but it's just going to be those schools like Alabama, man. They just met Ohio States, you know, the Clemsons or whatever. They need to go in their own conference and have a mega super conference.
Don't they already have that? It's called the SEC.
Big time supporter in the chat. Donnie says, ask Donnie, how about Marshall this week? How about Marshall?
Yeah. What y'all know about Marshall? You know what I'm saying?
I know that Matthew McConaughey coached there before his acting career started.
Did.
You know my son is at Marshall.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We do
My
know.
son, he's a corner at Marshall, and they upset Notre Dame. So
Was he on the field?
yeah, he's
played?
he got a pick. Yep.
Oh
What?
shit!
Let's go.
This is Iceman Jr., right?
Yeah.
This is Iceman Jr.
Yep.
Well, he's Iceman 3.
Iceman the third. Oh shit, that's even cooler.
My oldest son is Iceman 2, the second. So
Oh shit, he got a pick too. Let's
I
go.
like it. I like it.
I
Donnie,
can't believe I didn't see that. That was on all the Sports Center. It was one of the biggest upsets. Blah blah blah. This and that.
I saw the upset. We're traveling. We're in Dallas. So.
A&M got beat too, didn't
Oh,
they?
y'all were in Dallas.
Yeah, A&M lost. A&M lost.
A&M lost to
Happy State.
Appalachian State.
That was
And
crazy.
Nebraska lost. So
Hey, they fired Scott
Yeah,
Frost.
they fired Scott Frost.
I happened to be with an alum Saturday night. It was like,
oh, were you?
lost?
Ooh.
They
Yeah.
lost?
I
Like,
guess
what do you mean they lost?
They
Sam,
weren't happy.
speaking of alums and speaking of Dallas,
wait.
can you break down what happened in Dallas Saturday night, bro?
Yeah,
for the people in the chat.
But I have a really important question before we go there. And then we'll go to the Penthouse Hotline. That's right, Donnie. You're going to answer phone calls on the Penthouse Hotline, dude.
Oh, this strip club
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
hotline.
But before we go there,
I'm sorry, it's not strip club, gentlemen's club.
Yeah,
Excuse me,
so
sorry.
before we go there, I have a very, very important question. Okay, so Donnie, you've gone to, I'm sure you've been in a training camp a lot. If you were at any moment in your prime allowed to leave camp for 11 days, what would you do?
He's not.
First of all, it wouldn't be allowed. not when we played. I mean, I can't even.
Hypothetically, if you were allowed, if Tony was like, "Hey, Donnie, you're the best DB in the entire league. You deserve 11 days off. Go right ahead."
No.
There's not many guys that can do that.
Donnie, I just painted a hypothetical scenario, which Tony said you
I
could go.
can't even hypothetically go there, Sam.
Bro,
I mean, it's just like
He's scared of what Tony Dungy might say.
He's scared right now.
My
He's
coach
scared to
might
answer
yell
it
at me, bro.
because Tony might call him right now and slap him. Wait, what?
Donnie, what?
Tony wouldn't call him. Tony wouldn't call him and slap him. What's his name would?
Herm Edwards.
Herm
On it?
Edwards.
Sam, I can't even answer because I can't even hypothetically go there. I'm like, it's you just don't. That just doesn't happen. It doesn't happen.
Well, it did. All right.
That's so awesome. It did. It did.
I got before we go to answering calls and stuff.
No. Say before we go to the Penthouse Hotline.
Oh, let him say it. You got a story.
All right, go ahead.
What are y'all opinion on SMB?
Oh, not playing?
Not starting? Not playing?
Yeah, look at.
So look, we talked about it after the game.
I see steak. Look at steak.
We talked about it after the game, the four of us, because like we knew that they were using Antoine in camp at nickel, and we figured it would be something where they play it based on matchups and based on like how the game was going or being able to kind of move guys around, because at that point he can drop back and go back to cover 2 if they're in cover 1 if things change on the offense. But in the game, and again, we don't know if this is just because of this particular matchup, he played a lot there. And if there was a reason to play a DB in the slot, it was Antoine and nobody else. And we were pretty shocked. SMB was only on special teams as a gunner, and we didn't really see him anywhere else. And so we don't really know what to think of that. It's only one game in. If it happens, I think a second game, and you're like, wow, I guess like Jamel Dean played phenomenally. I'm not saying that Sean should be the taking his job, but we figured he'd at least get snaps at nickel, and it didn't happen that way.
Because I want to hear your opinion, because I know y'all are around it a lot. So y'all at the media practices, everything.
We're around Sean a lot.
I'm trying to figure out what is it like.
We're around Sean a lot too, and I'll die on this hill, and we talked about it all last year. And I mean, you've talked about it, Donnie. I think SMB is incredibly talented. I think he was on the correct arc last year, and his season got derailed. Me and Stan talked about it in the airport before his season got derailed. I mean, you talked about it. The healthiest you're going to be is week 1, and he could literally dislocate his damn arm. By the time he got back, you can't just jump back. It's professional football. You can't take 11 weeks off, Donnie, if you could speak to that, and just jump back in like it's riding a bike. Right. You got training camp you went through, callousing your body up and getting conditioning right, and all of a sudden it's like, go full speed. Everybody's been playing for 11 weeks. Go. It doesn't work like that.
We're gonna need him. I'm not even concerned about it.
We're gonna need him. Yeah. It's a war of attrition.
But he's supposed to be fully healthy going into a competition this year.
Yeah. And he would. They gave him the opportunity, and they decided that they like Dean better on the outside.
And it might just be that Antoine is just so fucking smart and talented in terms of like he's so far ahead of everyone in that room, maybe aside from Carlton, just at his age and how many years he's been in the league because of his dad teaching him all those years. I'm just like Iceman the Third appears to be taking notes since he was in 5th grade with you, right? So I think it's partly that, like, dude, Antoine is just so good. There's no reason not to do this. We have Logan Ryan. We have all these. We have Mike Edwards, who's a ball hog. It's like we have all these pieces. Why not do this? But like Stank said, at some point, SMB will be needed, and having a guy that is capable to come in there and play that role, that's awesome, and we are going to need. They're not going to all stay healthy. I'm sorry, that's just not going to happen. But we are definitely shocked that he didn't get any snaps on defense.
I'm shocked Keanu Neal didn't get any snaps. Like they just stayed with the ones
working
out there.
It was working though, and they looked like they had a game plan, and they went out there and they executed it, and everything they were expecting happened in terms of the way.
We haven't even talked about Edwards and Ryan. Edwards and Logan Ryan played well.
Yeah.
It's Logan Ryan, Edwards, and then Antoine.
Yeah. And
those are okay.
We saw Logan Ryan in cover 1 by himself a few times, and we'd see Antoine or we'd see Mike Edwards down there and just kind of run around. And I think it might be Todd Bowles trying to get his best hands guys in places and positions closer to the line to make plays on slants, to make plays on in routes that are rub routes, things like that, to where, because Antoine could have had 2 picks. Mike Edwards almost picked off the very first pass of the game.
Oh my God.
He was like right there, and he knew it too. And you're like, damn, dude. And it felt like that the whole building. You could feel it. There was a pick coming. Go ahead.
But SMB has shown in the playoffs that he can be a hands guy, that he can create some turnovers and he can make some plays.
I think it's a great problem to have, man. Like, I agree. I've always worried about our depth at corner, and we've always had to use a guy like D. Delaney or just a list of guys. And Delaney's still on the team too. Having SMB in your pocket, man, it feels good to have a guy that has that kind of ability.
Right.
Donnie,
so let me put something in your ear.
As a player, I'm not going to respond to this. As a former player, I'll let you respond to this. Somebody had a problem with my take. They said, Poppy, how long was Godwin out and he came back balling? What's SMB's issues? If he's a dog like he says he is, stop with the excuses, Poppy. What are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, it's like you said, we don't know what's going on inside the building. We don't know what's happening. I have a theory I want to put in y'all ear. Y'all tell me if I'm way off or if you think I'm close or hitting on something. What year is this for SMB?
His contract.
His contract year, right?
Contract year.
And what do these teams?
Oh shit!
What do they do?
I know where you're going.
What do they do to you? They try to discredit you pretty much. Like if you're in a courtroom and you're a witness, they want to discredit you. So if your contract year, what do they like to do to you? They like to take you out of the mix pretty much.
Devalue you, you think?
Devalue you so they don't have to pay you a whole lot of money. So
don't let you hit your bonuses, all that stuff.
Right. So part of me feels like that may be part of it as well too. I'm not saying that's the whole thing, but part of me thinking because of his contract year, they really don't want him to have success because then they will have to pay him a whole lot of money.
But Jamel Dean is in the same position. Same. I think it's not. Is it not Jamel Dean's
You got to
contract?
pay both.
Right,
Yeah, and you got to pay both.
They'd rather pay one over the other. I'm assuming as opposed to
what
both.
was the draft? What was the draft difference? It was second round versus what?
Second round versus fourth round, or
third or fourth, yeah.
That's a big difference when you're talking about going back for your second contract. Okay. You paying a second rounder versus you paying a fourth rounder. You can offer the fourth rounder a little less than you can offer that second rounder, just by draft position and things like that, So that's just me. That's just
yeah,
me
but I feel like
I could be totally off.
SMB lost his job to Winfield, not Dean, and then he got the opportunity to compete with Dean on the outside. But Dean's a known commodity. He has way more reps there. And if we're really being honest about SMB, he had a great run in the playoffs, but before that season he struggled, and then he got injured last year early on, and when he came back he struggled. So if you're just basing it
minus the injury, I feel like we're talking about Devin White. He had great flashes, had a phenomenal run where he actually covered in the playoffs.
Yeah, but Devin had a phenomenal season, a full season.
I said fragmentally the same, not the same. You know what I mean? Like he struggled a lot and then had a great fucking playoff run. Like the light bulb went off, and last year we're like, oh my God, 45 is about to take over the fucking league. And then he was a liability in coverage, like bad.
Now we can go back to saying, he lost his SMB, lost his position at the nickel. Did he lose it or did they take it?
Did Winfield take it?
I really think it's just one of those things where they
might have taken it in camp.
I didn't think Antoine would be the designated nickel guy the entire season. Right. I thought, again, it would be something that they use in spots against certain matchups, things like that. But then he was this past Sunday, and you're like...
And see, that's why I don't think he took it. I think he was given to Antoine. I don't think Antoine necessarily took it, but we were like, hey, this is where we're going. These guys are coming up contract-wise. What can we do to kind of shuffle some things around? Hey, let's see if Antoine can play nickel. If he can get it, then we can do what? We can bump SMB back out to his normal position, which is corner. Because in camp, they said, look, we're going to have an open competition versus Dean and SMB. Mm-hmm. And now SMB now gets out of the picture of being the nickel. Now that's turned over to Antoine. So
yeah, but he's also the backup nickel too, though.
Right.
But Logan played there too, though. We saw Logan.
He's taken off the field pretty much because now he's competing with Dean, who's shown like SMB hasn't had a lot of play time out at the corner position. Correct. So to me, it would be harder for him to take somebody's position out at corner because of injuries and things. He haven't had a lot of opportunities out there. So I think they were banking on Dean retaining that position, Antoine moving into nickel, and now we solve a issue that could possibly come up. Because if SMB was starting and he came and balled out, you better guarantee he was going to be demanding some money.
Yeah. It's possible, but I don't feel like there was some kind of nefarious plot to.
It's not nefarious plot, but it's business. Yeah. We can't pretend there isn't a business going on behind the scenes.
Possibly
everything
because it happens all the time. I mean, it happened to me. It can happen to anybody. You know what I'm saying?
The thing too is Jamel, like you said, he's gotten way more reps at that spot. And Jamel looked fucking good, really good, man. He was anticipating. He was coming up, making tackles. He was on top of things. And you're like, man, Jamel has taken another step. And it's harder maybe for SMB to do because, again, he didn't play for 11 games last season. And he didn't play that many spots. He didn't play corner really his first year. He was playing in that spot. So, I mean, I still think it's a good problem to have, like Stank saying. Eventually, we will need him in some form or another. It bothers me a little bit because I think Antoine is so good at safety and, playing cover one. He's so rangy that he can go from left to right and cover all of that space. And I feel like you take that away from us when you drop him in. But it didn't feel like that. Mike Edwards played phenomenal. And there was a play when they brought in that backup quarterback where Mike Edwards had to fly in all the way and stop a pass, and he did fine.
And like you said, it's a good problem to have, but you know what's not good? Is to have a disgruntled player.
Yeah.
Because that's what's going to happen with SMB.
But I feel like it's the season's going to play out, and he's going to get his opportunity to. I mean, look what happened to Fournette. You know, that guy got to see the bench behind Rojo, and was hating life and was disgruntled and nearly got cut for it. You know, perhaps this is some fuel for SMB. So when he does get that opportunity to play, but he goes out there and shows out.
Right, Stink, but it's a little bit different at the running back position because the running back, those guys interchange a lot. I mean, they go in and out. When you playing corners or safety, you in there. That's you. You ain't coming out unless you get hurt. Mm-hmm. You know, so I think it's a little bit different with the running back position and a DB position. You know.
Yeah, I get you. I get that.
Something to monitor.
Yeah, and that's just my theory. I could be way off, but I know how the NFL works. I know how the business works. In the NFL,
no, I mean the guys down on the field are thinking about Sundays, and the guys upstairs are thinking about next year and the year after. They have to.
Right. The guys in the front office, all they think about is salary cap. They think about contract. That's all they think about. You know, and so I'm just saying,
I just can't see anybody in the front office going to Todd Bowles in his first year as a head coach and saying, "Listen, we'd prefer you to play." I know, but
why do you make everything so elementary?
I'm just saying you're kind of painting the picture that played into the decision to not put him on the field, and it would have happened. It doesn't have to. It could just be as simple as Bowles and the defensive coaching staff feel like the five who are on the field right now are the best five, and that's who they want to roll with. End of story.
We saw him in camp.
That happens all the time, though.
Yeah.
It's not. Look bad, I mean, what you just said, thing happens all the time.
I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but I just don't see Todd Bowles
we saw
going
him
for
camp.
something like that.
We saw him in camp. There wasn't a glaring mistake that we saw. There wasn't anything that we were like, oh man, he does not look right. He looks like Jamel looks.
I can't. Yeah, but I hate when people say that.
I know it's just.
I hate when say that. We weren't there for camp. We weren't watching. Yeah, we weren't there for every practice. We haven't seen everything this coaching staff has seen and broken down camp film and seen every single rep. We're not there for that. So I hate when people say, "Well, the camp." Well, who the fuck? We don't know what he did in camp.
But again,
we have
you're
no
right.
clue.
But I agree with you there too, because we don't know. Maybe in film study, maybe he's not catching stuff. Maybe, and again, it could be all those things, man. We don't know that. But dude, Donnie's the second guest in a row we've had that starts fucking asking us questions. Which is
you just made my voice go up. You heard that? My voice went up real fucking high right there.
Hey,
what the fuck happened?
I think King Cook said it best, and it's a reality. Whether we agree, whether people in the chat agree, whether we think it's true or not, it takes part in the decision making. It does. I don't care if it's Todd Bowles. I don't care if it's fucking Mike McCarthy. I don't care if it's Bill Belichick. It takes part, Stank. That's fact. It's a business.
I know one thing for sure.
Contract years and incentive-based contracts. Yep. It's a cold game these owners and coaches play. It's just fact, bro.
But it's
not.
I
know one thing for sure. Joe Bucks fan is going to have an article about this tomorrow.
But it's not. But it's not nefarious. It's not a nefarious thing. It's just strategy. They have to put strategy into some of these things. Like, we want to keep him, but there's no way we can keep both him and Dean. Let's figure out a way to keep him down.
Both. How do we keep them both?
Keep him on on the lower end of the pay scale, so we can give the other guy the money, because they just paid Carlton. Remember, they just paid Carlton.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. Listen, we do have to have the money to sign Lamar next year, and so maybe that did come into play. You know, they're already out there trying to figure out how to make Lamar's contract fit.
Lamar's not coming here.
Bullshit. He's coming here.
Conversation over the weekend. Lamar's not coming here, bro.
Oh, did you? With who?
Might happen.
I don't know. A bartender.
Well, you think you're part of the team, bro, and it's ridiculous. Stop.
You know, I do act like I'm part of the team. It's so stupid.
All right, we're gonna go to the.
Speaking of part of the team, no. You're not taking this phone call. I want to reflect for 30 seconds.
I got 3 people waiting the whole show, dude.
Every one of them got the bluest balls possible.
Samra, can you talk about this weekend and Saturday night, bro? Because I mean, I just want to Don. It paint the picture for Donnie, bro. What we do on Saturday night? Fuck.
So we, if you've been to Arlington and you've seen the Dallas Cowboys game, they have this amazing venue called Texas Live. Tampa, take fucking notes. This place is phenomenal. All right.
Yeah, for real.
Everyone in there doesn't even live in Texas. It's unbelievable. It's this massive venue of restaurants and gigantic TVs and breweries and just, it's awesome. And so we took over one little spot there called Revolvers. Building 5 Brewery was awesome. They were super, super nice. We had a buffet set up. We had some wings set up. We had a pizza set up.
Fucking really good wings.
Yeah, unbelievably good wings, right? And then
Well, the blue cheese. Fuck the wings.
right?
yeah,
Come on, what?
Hey,
Yeah, ranch,
I-
ranch with the wings.
hey, I will say this.
there wasn't
their
a
blue
drop
cheese-
of ranch in that building. Don.
Their
Just so
blue
you know.
cheese was elite, Sammer.
Their blue
Thank-
cheese
their-
was
that blue
really
cheese,
good.
it was chunked. Oh, it was
Listen,
good.
you guys
It was
weren't
really
looking,
good.
but there's a moment where I kind of like grabbed a plate and I
saw you. You
put a
put blue
bunch
cheese
of-
on a burger.
and I went no. I went aside from everybody. It was kind of later at the night, and I just started eating this thing like yogurt, dude.
It was just blue cheese. There was nothing else on the plate.
I would
He just
just eat
ate a
blue-
whole plate of blue cheese.
Blue cheese like a bowl of cereal, man. It was fucking delicious. Anyway, so no joke. Part of the contract for that place when we rented it out, it says no ranch allowed. It's in the contract. I
Said it
will
on the
show you
contract.
guys. It's in the. I am not lying, dude. 100%.
Hey,
okay.
He's
So
not
anyway,
lying. We had a special guest there that asked for ranch, and they're like,
Sorry,
I don't
dude.
know how to answer this, sir. But
Contractually, we can't bring it out. Okay. So anyway, we have our swag bags for our Dallas Loose Cannons Dallas Invasion Travelers. Awesome people, by the way. Awesome meeting everybody. And we told you guys we're gonna have a special guest, and it was Jason Light. Jason Light shows up. He ends up bringing his man Spy Tech. Super cool guy, by the way. Super nerdy and an awesome
Handsome
way.
fella.
Yeah,
Handsome fella.
Super
great
fucking tall.
jawline.
Great
jawline.
jawline.
He could be Tom Brady if we really
He could be
want.
the Blaine Gabbert of the coaching staff.
And
You
then
look kind of Brad Pittish.
Or I guess in the
Brad
coaching
Pittish, right? Like Fight Club, shaved
Yeah.
head.
they
Looks
bring
like
out
Brad
they
Pitt,
bring
yeah.
out their wives. Keith's dad just happened to crash the party. He was there.
Jerry, my new
And-
best friend, Jerry
and-
Keith.
Bro, Jerry
wasn't
Keith kept grabbing my
awesome.
ass, bro, and I liked it. It was like,
Yeah.
Jerry.
I took a
Hold on
picture of
here.
Jerry Keith at the urinal.
It was amazing.
Jerry gave me a massage in one of Jerry Jones's suites, just so you guys know. All right,
Amazing.
just a little side note. Anyway, so
Keep going.
Jason Light was there, and he wasn't just hanging out in one corner. He wasn't isolated. He mingled with everybody, so it was an awesome experience. You guys got to meet and mingle and just kind of have fucking drinks and talk with Jason. It was awesome. But cherry on top, I didn't tell anybody. I don't even think I told Stank. We had a surprise guest lined up. Beside that, big old fucking 99 QB killer walked through the fucking building, walked through those doors. Crowd went nuts. It was awesome.
Sammer's arch nemesis. He
Yep.
shit his pants.
He and I patched things up behind the scenes, and that's why I was like, you know what, man, you need to come out here and party with us in Dallas. He did that, came out, it was awesome. He got to meet people. He was super cool. Took a bunch of photos.
There's Stanker.
Anyway,
at the
it was
urinal.
awesome.
Go Keith's dad.
So just a little taste of what happened over here.
Hey, go full screen as you're talking on me, please.
What the fuck? It's such a solid picture. What the fuck?
Yep.
You got shoes on, man. What you doing with shoes on?
No, I'm not in that picture. I'm the one taking the picture.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
you
likes-
taking the
he
picture?
prefers
Yeah,
to
I was barefoot in the urinal area.
he prefers to take
That's a
pictures of
great
men from
pic.
behind like that. So
By the way,
anyway,
you talked about QB Killer. I also want to thank those that did travel with us. We made a little announcement beforehand, and Donnie gets this right. So listen, the cooler you are with these guys, the cooler they're going to be, the more they're going to want to hang out. Not a fucking press conference. They don't want to answer why you didn't draft Dalvin Cook over fucking OJ. If you make it cool, it's going to be cool. And you know what? A lot of those people walked away with unforgettable memories. I mean, Jason Light was talking about draft situations from 2 years ago. Like, we moved down and we were afraid that this team was going to jump up and what was going on in the war room. Like, shit that you would
He
never.
told us why he drafted OJ Howard
He did.
over Dalvin Cook. He told
did,
us
and
that.
you'll never know because you didn't
You'll
go to
never
Dallas.
know. I'm going to
Sorry.
die with that. Yep.
Die with that secret.
Yep.
He told us the Vita Vea draft and all that stuff. When he drafted Matt Gay, I mean, it was awesome shit that, we've talked about it as three just idiot fans. Like, man, if they sold a ticket to the fucking war room, I would pay whatever just to be in there. I don't fucking care. No cell phone, just to be able
you
to
don't need
watch
to pay.
and listen.
I'll just
You're
ask Chase.
amazing. I mean, no, we don't have to pay
I'll
now
just ask
because it's
Chase.
Chase. I got you.
I'll just ask Chase.
But
One thing we do know,
saying.
young Donnie's son is on the draft board already.
He is. He's on draft board.
I got you, Donnie. I'll start texting highlights every
Not dropping.
every Sunday morning. I'm start sending highlights to
Damn.
Jace. Like, yo,
Just-
Jace, man. I don't know who this kid is, man, but his name sounds familiar. I can't
Yeah.
quite pin it, but
Bro, Zach.
check it
Hey,
out.
Zach got to tell Jason Light, hey, my nephew plays for West Virginia, starting center. And Jason was like, really? He told him his name. Zach
So
about shit his
basically,
pants.
everybody who
Wait,
came
you
to
know my
Dallas,
cousin- you know my nephew?
everybody who came to Dallas is now part of the junior
They're part of the
scouting
team.
committee
Our team.
for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All right?
They're part of the team.
Part of the team. And you know what?
Part of the team.
It's time to go to the Penthouse Hotline, guys.
Wait, before you move on, I rarely pat myself on the back or pat it. Dude, it was a fucking phenomenal experience. I highly recommend, if you haven't already, going to loosecannonstravel.com. If you can somehow swing it, come to Pittsburgh with us. Like, one of the highlights of my Buccaneer fandom was this weekend. It really was. It was a great trip, a great experience. I still don't have a voice from it. I barely fucking slept. I went to a strip club with midgets. Listen, there's so much that happened this weekend. You have no idea. And if you don't believe me, fuck off, because it's real. And I have.
Oh yeah,
He really did.
Ask Leroy.
Donnie, he got a 2-for-1 lap dance.
No, that's all. That it really happened. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm
It
saying.
was a BOGO. He didn't know because they walked in and one big trench coat.
Sue is still mad. Sue's in chat. She's still mad I didn't bring her with me.
And they
Sue.
disrobed, and all of a sudden there's two midgets just stacked on top of each other. Yep. He got 2-for-1. All right.
Donnie's not even looking at the screen, bro. He's like, I'm out. I'm not even.
I can't be part of this. All right.
Y'all talk about something.
We are now going to finally go to the Loose Cannons Penthouse Hotline. We're going to go to Tom in Michigan. You're on with the Loose Cannons. You're on the Penthouse Hotline. Floor is yours, Tom.
Hey, good evening, peeps. How the hell are you?
Pretty good, man.
Doing great.
Awesome. It's so wonderful to be back on the Penthouse Hotline. And they did contact me, and they wanted me to honor a stripper every week. So here's what I'm going to do. In honor of this, I'm going to do a stripper profile, a Sapphire. She's a sweet girl. She's only stripping to pay for books for college. A true unicorn in the wilderness. What's that?
I was just telling Donnie mute his laptop. Just mute it.
Oh, okay.
Hey, this is already your best call, Tom. Continue.
Don't interrupt Tom.
Oh, all right. Thanks, peeps. Hey, this is the first game in a long time. Honestly, this felt like the 90 Bucks. I mean, I was just waiting for Allstott, Culpepper, Chidi Ahanatu, Nickerson, the Iceman himself, Lynch. Heck, I even thought I saw Sean King on the sideline. I mean, this felt like one of those games, and I loved every second of it, man. And this week, there were so many tributes out there. I thought the best one was Marcus Mariota doing a tribute to Matt Ryan. I mean, blowing a 16-point lead in the fourth quarter. Yeah, Falcons never stop being you, man. And don't you love this national pity party for Dallas? I mean, Dak, you're getting paid $40 million. I mean, you're supposed to win these games or at least compete in these games on national TV. Here's what it is. Dallas elevates you. You don't elevate Dallas. And you know what? I bet Jerry Jones already called Romo. Watch him walk out in his Skechers and a Subway footlong ready to sling that shit around. Hey, Michael Parsons, that's the kind of attitude that why you went to Penn State, right, Sandusky? Hey, Saints, my takes are coming this week, but today's the 13th, and day and a half would be the 15th. So get your food stamps, pay up your AOL internet, and Thursday you can hear my takes. Fuck the Saints. Fuck the Rams. We got Brady. Good night, peeps.
Tom off the top rope.
He's so good at that, dude. Donnie, that's
Sorry,
Tom.
Donnie. Sorry,
That's Tom.
Tom in
That's
Michigan,
Tom in
baby.
Michigan.
That's Tom in Michigan.
Tom.
Alright.
Not to be confused with our Tom from Michigan, by the way. Totally different.
Wow.
Sounds just like Bender from Futurama.
Wow.
Those who watch that show.
That's true. All right, we'll keep it going. We'll keep it going on the Penthouse Hotline. We'll go to 813. You're on with the Loose Cannons.
Hey,
You're
by the
on
way, 30 seconds left. Got to make this shit quick.
Penthouse Hotline. You got 60 seconds. Go.
Yo, what's up, Matt Peach? What's going on?
What's
How
up,
about
up,
that
man?
dub?
That
Beautiful. That was
Boy,
beautiful.
Jeremy.
What's up, Jeremy?
Oh,
and
we
one
know
thing
who it
I
is.
want to say to Donnie, congratulations on becoming defensive coordinator in the XFL. I saw that post by Anthony Fett on Twitter today. Congrats, buddy.
Congratulations.
What?
We didn't know that.
Appreciate
What?
it.
What?
Damn it, Donnie.
Donnie,
Why you
why didn't you
Wait,
say something?
why do we need to show it that?
Why didn't we? Donnie, that's disrespectful.
Y'all slipping.
What?
We are slipping. I was actually
my
working
God.
today. I was not on Twitter.
I
So
didn't even-
horrible. We have not been on Twitter today.
Come on,
It's
bro.
horrible.
That's like missing. That's like we missed his birthday.
I was really excited when I saw your name on there, so I thought I'd show you some love, bro. Big fan of yours, man.
I appreciate it.
Hell yeah.
Nuts. I got kicked in the nuts. I'm so
Hold,
sorry.
hold
Donnie.
on, Donnie. I need to know now. You taking this
Wait a
new
minute,
role?
we gotta take some more callers.
Hold
What
on.
we doing?
Is this gonna affect Donnie coming on here weekly throughout?
No, because
2023?
Anthony Beck is one of us too. So he can't get fired by his boss when his boss knows exactly what kind of shenanigans go on
He's
here.
a loose cannon, bro.
You tell him,
Yeah,
hey,
he's a loose cannon.
tell him, hey, Wednesdays, Anthony, Wednesdays are for me and loose cannons. And Anthony's gonna be like, I know those guys are my paisans. We're good. All good.
Yep.
Yeah, but we're
true.
doing
One of these.
we're doing
After,
this
guys.
season.
I love y'all. Have a good night, man. Thank you again.
All right, have a good one.
Thank you for calling, Jeremy.
So
Later,
this,
Jimmy.
this won't affect anything because it's the different season. We're in the spring.
Oh, okay. All right, we're good then.
Congratulations, man. That's awesome.
Appreciate it.
Anthony Beck knows what he's doing over there. Looks like that.
Are you guys having walk-on tryouts? We're just curious because we worked out with Yo Murphy.
We are having tryouts, but we do have in a contract shoes are required. So I don't know.
That eliminates me.
It eliminates you.
Instantly
Donnie,
eliminated.
listen, a few weeks before the season started, man, we went
Oh,
out to House
Yo
of
Murphy.
Athlete with Yo Murphy. And
Did y'all work out?
Yo Murphy
That
put
was
us
a
through
bad
wide
decision.
receiver, NFL wide receiver drills, dude.
No.
Devin-
Yeah, like
Devin-
20% of one, maybe.
Devin was
Yeah,
with us.
20%.
Yeah, he couldn't get us through the whole thing. Obviously, we would have died. Devin was with us, by the way. And Devin, listen, we
Yeah,
dropped.
Devin's mom is in the chat right now. Sue,
Go
are
ahead.
you ready to hear this? Are you
Don't-
ready to hear? Sit down, Sue.
Don't tease it. Don't tease it. We dropped
already
the
out?
video. We dropped the video for our members only today. So if you are a member of the Loose
How do you become a
Cannons
member?
channel, it's easy. You just click the fucking join channel button that's on the screen. It's pretty easy. It's $2.99 a month. You get exclusive discounts, some other cool perks. You also get to use these badass new emojis that we have. And also you get to look and view and watch our Loose Cannons vlog series before anybody else. So you kind of like, behind the scenes screening of every one of our episodes as they come out before they hit the public eye. And yeah,
Donnie,
it was,
Donnie, you want to see? You want to see a little teaser?
Y'all gotta send me the video, man.
No, wait. There's a little teaser, Donnie. Hold on. Look.
You already look done.
We just finished the stretch.
that was before.
We got this. Yo, you said now we're doing the warm up. Now we're gonna get going. Now we're gonna get going for the warm up.
Oh wow.
I can't
So
breathe.
we just finished the stretch.
I was dead.
Yeah,
after
but the
fucking
stretch was
Donnie.
like Pilates and
like hot
and
yoga.
yoga. Yeah, it was like hot
What's
yoga.
going on? I can't breathe. It was just a stretch.
That is not an exaggeration. We were gassed after.
You know how hard
the
it is
stretch.
to do a stretch like that, Donnie, without any actual pores on your head or face? You understand how hard that was for me? I don't have pores, dude. That was
Where's the
Oh,
video
look at
of that? We
Sue
got this
defending
video.
it. Look at Sue defending her boy. Devin went all out. How hard did you go?
Oh, look at he's been in her ear selling
He's
it.
been in her ear. He's been selling it, yeah.
Buttering her up. Listen to me, Sue. We went all 120%, except for Sammer. He gave up.
I went 237, dude, and I did not
Sammer
give up.
gave up.
After I
gave up.
fucking couldn't walk, I went back on there and I finished the
You
fucking
gave
last
up.
sled. I did the last
He
sled,
gave
bitch.
up.
Listen,
I did the last sled.
I'm gonna let you guys all know I'm 46 years old and I outlasted everybody.
No, you
What are you
didn't.
talking about? No, you didn't, bitch. I kept going. What the fuck are you talking
No,
about?
you
What?
you were there with me. You were there with me.
was
One,
there.
you're
I was
barefoot.
ready for more though.
You were barefoot, and I saw you. You couldn't bend. You stayed upright because you
I
had
couldn't
no
bend.
more bend left.
I have zero bend, and I was probably going.
Oh,
you know,
Sue's calling in. Sue's
She's
calling in.
calling
She's like, I'm
in.
calling
She's
in.
about to tell us
Wait.
the truth.
Well, we still have Smitty on the line, so we're gonna go back to the Penthouse Hotline. We'll go
You
to
gotta make
Smitty.
it quick, and then Sue, and then we gotta get out of here. It's 9:30.
Smitty, you got 60 seconds, bro. Hate to do that to you. Smitty, you're on with the Loose Cannons. You're on the Penthouse
Pastor
Hotline.
Smitty.
Go ahead, buddy.
Hey, what's up, y'all, man? What's happening, man? Hey, Donnie, welcome back, bro.
Appreciate it, man. What's going on?
Oh, man, nothing much, man. I fell asleep on the Buccaneer game at first, but I woke up, man. When I woke up, I seen Tom Brady getting sacked, and he was cussing the hell out of Hennessy. Not what's the man named Hanley. Like he was saying, "Motherfucker, if you don't blow up." He was going. Oh, I said, well, I just woke up dead on time. I said, Tom, going the fuck off. But that kind of scared me, man, because they're playing Lions next week, man. I think it's going to be a defensive game because the way they started, Falcons had James and
Snipered.
so I heard your son singing at the
What's going on?
Oh,
Pastor Smitty.
Smitty,
can't-
your
Smitty.
phone shit out on you.
your phone shit on you, Smitty. So sorry. All right. You know what? Sue is on the line now, I think. So we'll give Sue the last call.
This is Latte's ex-wife.
And then
So you're going to be used to this energy.
We
I
were
know
never
it.
married. I walked out to get
Okay,
cigarettes.
sorry, ex-girl, whatever.
that's
One-night
probably why
stand.
she's calling in. She wants to fucking
One
defend
night
her-
stand.
She wants to defend the son that you left behind.
No, she's probably upset that he didn't give her the right DNA to have an actual athlete as a son that won't puke, 10 minutes into a workout.
Also,
I put all
listen,
my talent into Jaden.
can we all agree that from here on out, Robert Hainsey is now Bob Hennessy? Can we just call him
like
Bob,
Bob
Hennessy from here on
Hennessy.
out? That's
Bob
Bob
Hennessy.
Hennessy, baby. That's it. Bob Hennessy, beautiful snap. That's all I'm going to say from here on out. No more Robert Hainsey. He's officially been dubbed Bob Hennessy, baby. That's
Ken
such a
Cook
good-
said the same thing in the chat.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go to the...
Oh, hey, take the call, but y'all want to see Hennessy? Look at this. Go ahead, take the call.
You're not
You've
going to be
already
on the
seen it.
screen, dude, and we've already seen
biggest
it.
bottle
Get
of
back
Hennessy
in your
ever
spot
received.
that took me 20 minutes to get you centered in.
Fine, don't
Jesus.
fucking cry.
You have to put tape
Oh,
on
I'm
the
not
floor
crying.
now, dude. God damn it. All right. Sue, you're on with the Loose Cannons. You're on the Sexy Penthouse Hotline, so make sure you speak accordingly.
Don't come in here and coddle your
Okay.
son, Sue.
No, listen, I do have a membership. I want everybody to know, but something is goofed up. There's a glitch or something. So
You called about
I
this?
saw
Devin
the
texted
video-
me
no, no, no,
already.
no.
Devin already texted me.
no,
I
no,
will
no,
figure
no.
it
that's
out.
what
My
she's going. That's
point.
what she's
No,
going.
listen,
Listen,
Linda,
Linda.
listen. I got the video thing today, so there's a glitch. But anyway, so I saw the video. I saw you guys working out. I knew Devin was gonna throw up. He
No,
always
don't tease
does
it.
at the beginning.
Don't tease it,
He always
Sue.
does. Huh?
Oh, let her talk. Let her give it.
Go ahead.
Give all the
Just let her
nuggets. Give
go.
all the
Just let her
nuggets.
go.
He usually does at the first few workouts because he's so out of shape. Remember when we were talking about Devin always bags it the first couple days of practice? This is what I don't mean it like that, you guys, but this is what
Oh,
we
he
were
bags it.
talking about.
Keep
But
going.
y'all weren't working as hard. I'm serious. Y'all were not working as hard.
Sue, keep giving us more. This is better than dryer condoms. Keep going.
No,
Do
I
you know
want
how
to say one
upset
thing,
your
Donnie.
son is going to
Your
be?
son looked awesome on Saturday.
Well,
That was for you, Donnie.
Devin's like, 22 years old, so he made it look
No,
like he was
he's almost
working harder. But I was
28.
working as hard as my 46-year-old body would allow.
Yeah, the equivalent
Yeah.
of the hard work that I was putting in for the age that I am was 100%.
You guys
harder
look
than
good.
Devin
I
did.
was kind of impressed. I really
I got
was.
good footwork. I got good
Sammer's
footwork.
got some
I
good
gotta say,
footwork. Sammer's got
Thank,
good
you
feet
look
work.
pretty good.
Hey, man. Hey, what
Thank
can I
you.
say?
Look pretty good next
What
to
can I
Devin, but
say?
I could tell whose feet were who.
Yeah,
Can you
no,
tell me-
I.
It was
Can you
good.
give me a quick breakdown of how I looked at my size and my age? Sue? I mean, I know that you hate me. We left each other and stuff, but
She's not going to give you any
Down,
credit.
there's-
Don't do it.
there's
Don't give him
love
any
somewhere
credit.
there
You
still,
piece
where
of
there
shit.
was-
You left her
where there
You
was
walked out on
alone.
her
there was a
family.
fire. There's still a little bit of ash. Still
Well, let me just say this. Your feet can still move and run like any other motherfucker.
Okay.
See how y'all are? See how
Yeah.
y'all are?
As she
Sammer,
said,
you
just
had
like you
good
ran
feet
away 28 years ago.
Yeah, exactly, Stank. Exactly.
Son of a bitch.
Got him.
Hmm.
You were gonna say something about Sammer's block for feet, though. Go ahead, please, because Sammer has no feet.
I have amazing
No,
Well,
He-
them
yeah, he
toes.
good
What's
for it.
up with them toes?
That wasn't me.
Sammer, you had good feet work.
He didn't have good feet
I
work.
got great
Well, actually,
footwork.
he had good feet work.
Footwork.
Hey, on the ladder, Sammer
did.
shined. I had never.
Yeah, he
Sammer
did.
shined on the ladder. I failed on the ladder, but my five-finger
I'm
shoes
sorry,
were a little
D-
too big for me.
DG had the best footwork.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, Sue. Thanks for
He
calling.
did.
Agree to
When
di-
you- when
agree
you-
to disagree.
Agree to disagree. Exactly.
No, you'll see. You'll see when you guys see the video. But
All
yeah,
I
get my
all I heard
membership,
is that
Donnie.
all I heard is that we would smoke Donnie right now. If Donnie tried to
Destroy
cover us.
Donnie.
Come on,
Not
Donnie,
a
bring it
chance.
up. Bump and
Not
run,
a
dog. You ain't gonna get me.
Bump and run, bro.
Right off that line, dude. You have no
Donnie, your
idea.
son
I want.
looked
I want
amazing
y'all to go
on
full
Saturday.
pad.
Hold
So
on, she's trying to give Donnie his flowers for his son. Go ahead, Sue.
okay.
He looked amazing. My husband and I were here watching him. He looked great. You should
Oh,
be
okay.
so proud as I know you are. But my husband
Appreciate
wants
it.
to know if your wife was taking pictures.
If she would have taken pictures,
At the game,
Yeah, like
Marshall.
she did of Donnie, of Devin at USF. He's the photographer that
Yeah.
was there.
Oh.
Yeah, so
okay,
He's
yeah,
probably-
I got you. Yeah.
I'm
yeah,
glad.
so
Listen,
he-
Sue. Great call, and I'm glad Devin somehow paid you 50 or whatever amount of money to call in, defend
Paid
his
your
honor.
mom off, Devin.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's kind of fucking soft,
Okay.
Devin. You know, Yeah, on top of it. But no, seriously, thanks for calling in, Sue. But you know what, Devin? I'm kind of pissed off at Devin because
Love you, Sue.
Yeah, we love you. And he freaking he decided that this week he wasn't gonna say fuck the Saints. He was taking a different approach. Very, very tiny dick energy, dude. I don't like that at all.
Is Sue still on the line? Sue, you still there?
No, she left. She ran out.
Sue, in the chat, can you answer for that, please?
She hit you with a peace sign.
Can you answer for that, Sue? Your son said we're not allowed to say fuck the Saints this week. We're taking a different approach. What is that? Donnie, what is that, Donnie? Your rival's your rival. You can't just turtle up.
No, you can't.
You know what? Somebody actually
Somebody
chastised me for cursing on Twitter today. I thought it was Donnie's burner, but after he said a naughty word today,
dude, I'm taking that clip and I'm just gonna tweet it out every Monday morning.
Over and over again.
Every Monday morning.
Shit.
By the way,
I'm gonna send it to Anthony Becht. He's playing it front and center, first defensive meeting.
Yeah, because Coach Donnie isn't gonna curse at all.
I don't know.
Hey, Tony Dungy never cursed. Not once, right? He never cursed.
No, remember Donnie said he heard him curse once.
Nope. That's a lie.
Really?
Nope.
No, I made that up.
He probably said something like, "You guys are going home, goddammit, it's Christmas weekend." Something shit like that. Listen, hey, before we close out the show, guys, I know somebody already went to Penthouse last week. That's not go this week though, because this week is Fuck the Saints week, and officially the first week and the first away watch party that we are doing, we've officially teamed up with Penthouse. We've officially teamed up with Bacardi, and we're throwing a fucking watch party, a Loose Cannons watch party, every single away game at Penthouse. It starts 1 hour before kickoff. Most of these kickoffs are at 1 p.m., so noon, you're going straight from church to the fucking Gentleman's Club, and you're joining us, and it's only $40. You get all-you-can-eat buffet. It'll be catered most of the time from my boys over at Wing House, and if it's not, it might be a barbecue spot, some cool shit like that. It'll be delicious. It includes your first beer or your first Bacardi-based drink, and you're there the entire time. The music will be turned down. The lights are going to be real fucking low and sexy. It's going to be amazing in there. The sound will be up on the game. We have our own private section. We got our own viewing spot, and we have our own bartender. And our own bar. And the bartender was, clad in lingerie. We have a sexy lingerie-clad server coming out there. We got some Penthouse pets. It's going to be phenomenal. This is the environment that you want to be at, Donnie, for a football game. I'm telling you, phenomenal.
Donnie's face.
Donnie's face is wants to know wives are allowed. Wives are encouraged.
No, wives are, yeah.
Bring your wife and I told my wife friends.
She hasn't been that excited in years.
Wow.
Amazing.
I can't wait.
Hey, look at King Church. He said, King Cook, he said, from church to the palace.
Church to the palace.
Absolutely. From church to the fucking Penthouse.
So wait a minute, Sammer. You're telling me, cover your ears, Donnie. You're telling me.
Earmuffs.
Earmuffs, Donnie.
Hold on. I get wings. All I can eat wings for about 5 hours, 6 hours. I can put down a lot of fucking wings.
Yes.
Yeah.
I get my first drink is on us.
Yes.
It's either beer or a Bacardi-based drink.
And Bacardi's there too, so they're gonna have their shit all over the place.
Yeah, I know that. But I know that. But the first one is on us. Then I get a sexy bartender dressed in lingerie, Loose Cannons lingerie coming soon. I get a server dressed in lingerie is gonna hand feed me wings, right? So I get tatas, wings, adult beverages, and the game.
Yes.
That's more than just a trifecta. That's heaven. What the fuck is going on?
Bro, for $40.
Harem? You brought the harem alive?
These days, you can't even get 8 wings for $40 these days. That's a steal.
Oh, you can't.
Yeah.
No,
yeah, market price is like $33 a wing, I think. Some shit like that. That's the last time I looked.
Susan says wings and titties.
When you go and buy fucking Eagle wings, totally different game, dude. It's $50 a wing to get an Eagle wing, dude.
Hey, B-Shuck says, is that place an actual strip club? It is, but it's also rated as a 5-star restaurant. Legitimately.
It's not a strip club. It's a gentleman's
club. All right. The food for the buffet will be catered in from Wing House or a local barbecue, but they have a 5-star kitchen. So if you wanted steak or anything else off the menu, you could order it right then and there. Yeah. Now, here's the cool thing. They usually don't open until about 5:30, 6 o'clock, but they said because we're already there, once the game is over, the music will rise back up, the TV volume will go down, and the Penthouse Pets will come in early on these Sundays, so you can go from the game from church.
Sam, are they called pets, or did you just name them?
No,
I need to know. I need to know.
They're called Penthouse Pets, dude.
Okay.
I did not come up with that. I did not say that. They are called that.
I had to know. It was eating me up, bro.
No,
I'm like,
that is
what
real. That is not me, right? So you go from church to Penthouse for the game, and then from that you roll right into prime lap dance timing, dude. I mean, you got everything you need.
You guys could have just let me leave
over
for
the
this part
line.
of the show.
You were going.
You didn't even tell him to put earmuffs on.
From 12
I
to
did
12
say
in the
earmuffs.
morning, you were at Penthouse. All right.
I'm just worried about Sam, but he need to make sure he says wings a little faster after his statement, because he said we at the Penthouse, all you can eat, and then he was like wings.
Oh.
A little faster with the wings, 'cause, you know, people start thinking.
Oh, Donnie, I love it.
Sammer.
Hey, Donnie.
I love it, Donnie.
Listen.
Donnie's a new man this year, bro.
He is, bro.
He said shit.
He did.
He's getting. Hey, you can feel.
Sammer, you gotta be careful.
You can feel the locker room coming back to Donnie. You can feel it.
He is.
It's happening.
He's ready.
He's getting ready to be
He's
coach
ready.
again. But listen, hey, everyone's got a price, right, Donnie? So maybe you could all you can eat. Might cost a little bit more than $40.
Wings.
You got wings.
Man, all you can eat tacos. You never know.
Holy shit.
Hey, Brandon Fuller said he's tipping the girls with Sammer's money. I mean, he's got enough oil money. You can, sure.
Listen, you're stupid if you don't come through. That's all I'm saying. It's going to be the place to be.
Yeah,
Get your ass to
definitely
Penthouse.
Check out the link on our Twitter. Yeah, there's an event page in the Loose Cannons Facebook group, and also throughout all the other Facebook groups as well. It's on our Twitter account. The link is in there. You got to buy your ticket ahead of time. We need that also, so we have a pretty good head count.
Does that QR code work right now? I'm buying my ticket.
The QR code works. Click that buy now. And then also for our Fan Friday episode, we will pick the best winner, the best caller, as long as you're in Tampa and you want to go to this watch party. So if you want to go to this watch party, call in on Friday. Best caller.
Wait, you could fly in for the watch party.
Best caller is getting in on us. That means you get titties, wings, all you can eat, wings, football. I mean, everything that we're promising, everything we're talking about. And we'll have some cool other surprises going on as well. This is every single away game. Starts this week. It's going to be awesome. And special thank you to tailgreeter.com, allowing us to post up all these events on their website. Donnie, I think you are a changed man. I cannot wait for Donnie Abraham through the 2022 season. As you get closer and closer to spring, I feel like we're going to drop an F-bomb at some point. And I can't fucking wait for it, man.
You may get that, because there's only two things that kind of set me off. So one is golf and the other one is football. So
okay.
if I'm playing golf, I might be dropping some words.
Okay, all right, I like that.
Wait,
so
wait, is Donnie gonna be part of the Loose Cannons golf team?
Ooh.
Donnie, you
Oh
want?
my God, you want to? It's on us, Donnie. Do you want to play on the Loose Cannons golf team at the Arians golf tournament this year?
By the way, we don't play.
No, you're playing.
We actually we're
play.
sponsoring an actual group of golfers who are going to come out there, part of our sponsorship. And remember, Rondé goes to this, so you and Rondé teeing up against each other in different groups. Iceman, I mean, dude, it's perfect.
Let me paint a picture for you, Donnie, though. Because we have, as you know, Donnie, we don't have to explain to you. Our reputation precedes us, right? You know what we bring to the party, right? Our hole, 2-time in a year, voted the best hole at the golf tournament.
Mm-hmm.
It's a party fucking hole.
They always come back to our hole.
I've seen the red carpet. I've seen it. I've seen how y'all do it.
There will be Penthouse Pets at our golf hole this year.
There will be pets at our golf hole. But imagine, Donnie, now you're on a monster truck lifted golf cart, right?
Yep.
With a DJ traveling with you.
Yep.
With shot girls feeding shots to every sponsored hole. All you gotta do is play golf, Donnie. But I'm just letting you know that you're gonna have like a little, entourage with you.
It's a
playing
three-row.
music.
It's a
You're bringing the party to You're bringing the party to everyone at the hole. How's that sound?
I'm there.
Golf cart, man.
I'm there.
Yeah, let's go.
And we didn't even have to mention the bald eagle.
And there's a bald eagle.
There's a bald eagle that will be attached to the top of golf cart, and you will literally fly from hole to hole. It's going to be phenomenal.
Pelagic just said that golf tournament is going to be epic. Pelagic, you might play on that damn team.
Hey, Sammer.
He is on the team. Pelagic is on the team.
Pelagic's already on the team.
You're going to play with Donnie versus Rondé Barber. Pelagic. Oh, my God.
And Donnie, just so you know, we've already picked out the pants, and they are bright. So
And tight.
They're like your boy. What's your boy's name? That crazy dude that you be
part
drinking
of the
beer?
uniform.
The professional golfer.
Oh
Steak, you gotta know
no,
you're
John
right.
Daly would even think these are a
John
bit
Daly.
out there.
John
Yeah,
Daly.
John Daly.
Even Daly's fat wing eating ass would think that these were a bit far, dude. I'm telling you, Stank's gonna love these pants when he sees them. Donnie's gonna love them.
Yeah, I can't wait.
But dude, Donnie, can't wait to have you the rest of the season, man. It's gonna be
Sammer,
awesome. Thank you.
This is the
again for
last one
coming
for
out.
me, bro. Crown wants to know if the shots over at the golf tournament and at Penthouse are as strong as the hit that Lenny put on Micah Parsons.
I don't think
Not that
anything-
strong.
I
Those don't
anything's that
exist.
strong, dude.
Those are pretty strong.
Hey, a shot that'll make you quit your job. That's pretty much what happened.
Yeah. Shot that'll knock the wind out of you, make you skip TV appearances, and bitch on
Make
the
you
national
go online
stage.
and cry on social media.
Oh no, man. Speaking of shots, those pineapple ones at that fucking tailgate were pretty fun.
Whew.
What an epic tale. There's so many stories. The video's coming soon, guys. Trust
Yeah,
me.
soon.
Yeah.
Check it out.
It'll come out in the season 2024.
No. And if you are a member, remember, you guys get to watch it first. And it's part of our vlog series this season. Hey, Donnie, again, thank you so much, man, for coming, joining us, and making your return to the Loose Cannons all 2022. This is going to be awesome, man.
This felt so good. It's good to be back, boys.
1-0. 1-0.
We'll be back tomorrow, right?
Oh, yes. We'll be back.
Yeah, that's right. We're right back in the seat.
We'll be back tomorrow, and we'll be back Friday. So get ready for 3 straight fucking days of Loose Cannons and tomfoolery and tomfuckery.
Not
Because
3
guess
days.
what?
You got a Thursday there, you dipshit.
Today's Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday. Oh, yeah. All right. Wednesday and Friday. My bad. Woo. I'm lost, dude. I'm still in Dallas. Hey, whatever. It's fuck the Saints week, right? It's a big fucking deal. This game has been put to bed. We were 1-0. Now it's on to the fucking assholes. Go Bucks. Donnie, let me get a fuck the Saints before we go.
Peace.
Yeah!